everyone, it's Imogen and welcome back to Colouring Kid. I hope you're all doing well. In today's video I'm going to be sharing my completed pages for the month of March, and I'm also going to be sharing what I hope to colour for April. I put up a community post on my community tab just asking, because of time, if you wouldn't mind having my completed pages and my what's in my colouring bag in the same video, because I'm not really getting as many pages done as you know, I normally did kind of 2 years ago. So each month I'm kind of getting 4 or 5 pages done. So I thought, rather than doing them in separate videos, which takes more time for me to do, I'll do them in one, and also you can then see in one video what I've coloured and what I hope to colour. And largely because I don't get round to everything, some of the pages are the same anyway as the previous month. So yeah, I managed to complete 5 pictures, which is really good for me, actually. One of them was a fairly quick one, well, 2 of them were actually, and then I've got 3 more. 2 of them are whips as well, so I'm really glad to have got those done. So I am filming this a little bit early. It's the 26th of March, so we've got almost a week until April, but I have the time now to film this, and you know, I can always put in a clip if I start anything else. I don't think I'll finish another page in the next couple of days, but I might start one, so I'll keep you updated about that. But if not, I'll of course just share it in my April completed pages. So the first picture I want to share with you is this one. So this was a really fun kind of experimental page, but also I wanted to colour this for the people of Ukraine. I know I'm very late to getting to do a page, but I wanted to just do this and also test out my new watercolours from Rebecca from the Art Spirits. So I used, I used 3 of the paints. So actually no, 4. So I've got the Stardust one here, the gold foil, the rainbow dust, and the, oh my gosh, the glistening surf one, which I absolutely love. And I used Neo colours for the background and then marker for everything else. So in terms of materials that I used, it was really simple, but then I just wanted to add glitter, because glitter makes everything better, doesn't it? And I thought this would just be a really lovely page to do for the people of Ukraine, and I hope that you're all staying safe and everything's okay. I just can't imagine what everyone's going through, and yeah, this is just my, you know, my bit that I can do. But I don't really often do just 2 colour palettes either, so it was really nice to just stick to a few limited colours and yeah, make a happy page with glitter. So not sure if you can see all of it on the wings there, but this is actual glitter in the paint, so that's really gorgeous. So yeah, that's my first one. That's PDF, and that's a Joanna Basford free PDF you can get on her website. So the next page I did was from Shadowscapes by Stephanie Puman-Law, and I don't think I had this in my what's in my colouring bag video for March, but it was just a really quick one again that I wanted to do. I felt like doing some marker work. It happens every so often where I just feel like using some markers, and I don't really want to use pencil all the time, so I just did the first page just to keep it really simple and not have to think about picking a page. And I just picked a few colours. So I actually used my new markers from Graby. They're not actually, well, that new anymore, because I think I shared them in my February haul, but yeah, really enjoyed using them. Just picked, as I said, a few colours. I've got pastel for the background to kind of create a halo sort of effect, but around the whole fairy. And I used non-traditional colours as well, which was something really fun for me. So all of the feathers, like the outline of them, are pink, and then I've used purple, blue, and a kind of peach colour for the dress. No glitter or anything. The only thing that I did add in terms of embellishments was some of the Graby paint markers, so I use them quite a lot. And again, in terms of non-traditional colours, I think this is meant to be grass, it was meant to be green, but I just felt like blacking it out, and I really like the effect, so that was a lot of fun to do and very simple. That's what the back looks like. So I didn't use a black alcohol marker because the tip wouldn't have been small enough. I actually used my favourite black pen, the Tombow Fudenosuke, which is technically a calligraphy pen, but it works great for getting into small spaces as well. So yeah, that's that one. Just a little bit of white gel pen as well, but really fun to do. And also the reason I was doing this was because I haven't got Stephanie's new book yet, and I wanted to test the style out before I consider getting it, because I'm, you know, now just kind of not buying books just for the sake of it. So yes, I'm trying to be a bit more mindful about the amount of books that I'm buying. So, you know, if I haven't worked in this one yet, I didn't want to get the new one straight away without having worked in it. So I thought, well, I'll test it out, see what her style's like. Really enjoyed doing it. I imagine this will probably be a marker book. The other one, though, I could really see myself doing pencil work in it and trying to make things look realistic. So it might be fun to have one book for each thing, but it's definitely more my style with it being fairy tale based. So yeah, that's that one. Okay, so the next book is by Nina Stadner, and this is her colouring book that I was very kindly sent by Diane. I did one when I got the book, and this is how I coloured the rabbits and the fox, if you're interested. I did write them down for this page, but I did this one, which was a buddy colour with my lovely friend Mara. We've done a buddy colour before in Circle of Life together, and yeah, I really, really enjoyed doing this one. I haven't actually checked with her yet to see how she's getting on with her picture, whether she's finished it yet, because I shared a work in progress picture of this. But yeah, this is the end result, and yeah, I'm really, really pleased with it. This is my sort of style, just pastel colours. It really depends what sort of page I'm doing, because typically with these Easter pages I will gravitate towards the more pastel colour palette as you know, compared to autumnal pages. But this one has a pastel base with a stencil that I just did. I just cut the stencil out, and it was really simple to do. You might not even be able to see much of it. It's quite faint, which I like. And then I used Crayola pencils for this, which was fun to do because I haven't used them in a while, and they actually worked really well on this paper. So especially with things where I'm not too worried about things being ultra realistic, it's nice to just try out different pencils. I used a couple of, I can't remember. I used a couple of other pencils just to shade. I have a feeling it might have been a few polychromos just because I wasn't quite getting the depth that I wanted with a few elements. But yeah, overall it was just the pencil, a few fine liners for certain areas, and white gel pen. So I used white gel pen quite a lot on the various elements. I coloured the rabbit exactly the same as the last page, and I've just coloured a hedgehog in the page I'm going to show you next. So I kept the colours fairly similar to that. But yeah, it's just a really sweet page and my sort of thing, and I was feeling really in the spring mood, so I was very happy to be able to do a spring picture. Pretty much, well yeah, the next two I'm going to show you are definitely spring-like, and then the pictures, the other ones that I was hoping to do this month are all, you know, spring related mostly, so they'll be good to do in April. But yeah, that's that one. Really chuffed with it, and I love this book so much. So yeah, thank you Mara for doing this buddy colour with me. I really, really enjoyed it, and your work in progress so far is beautiful, and I can't wait to see the end result. I'm sure I will have done by the time that this video is out. Okay, so next page is from Wild Mouse Ruri's Journey Sketch. I think that's what it translates to. So I've already done a picture in here, which I shared last month. And it was this one, and I think I'd started the new page that I already, I think I already mentioned it in my complete, not my completed pages, yeah, as a whip. Sorry, my head's all over the place. So yes, it was a whip for my completed pages for February, and now I have completed it, and this is a buddy colour with Anne from Pretty Pages 71. So we, I think, we'd done the chaffinch as a buddy colour because we both realised we were colouring the same picture, and then I said I definitely wanted to do this for Easter, and she said she'd buddy colour with me. So I believe she's finished hers already because I saw her work in progress, and she's been doing lots of videos in this book, and her colouring is absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, this one was all Holbein. So I used all Holbein for the previous picture actually, and I wanted to transfer over quite a few of the colours from this page, but not exactly the same, because I thought I don't want all the pages to look exactly the same. But yeah, I used the same colours for the nest, the branches, and then the leaves, and then I did a lighter colour for the flowers because I didn't want to do all those flowers the same again because they took ages. So yeah, the leaves, the nest was one of the first things I did, and then one of the crucial things with this page was trying to come up with colour palettes for some of the central characters. So we've got the Mrs. Natural Hedgehog, Ruri. The rabbit isn't in it much, but I still wanted to note down the colour palettes, which you'll see in my colour palette video for March, because I colour rabbits quite a lot, so it's really good to have a colour palette that I gravitate towards anyway. And then the chicks, they appear quite a few times. But yeah, this is just a lovely page to do. When I had finished doing the characters, it was just a case of filling in the blanks, I guess, with the colour. So the flowers, as I said, I did them lighter. I wanted to try and make them a little bit different to what I just normally do. So I used fine liner. Not sure if you can see. But yeah, they're slightly different. And then we've got some of the blue and pink for the eggs as well. And then I love doing this paint palette. This was one of the pages that took me so long. I would just do a little bit each morning, and when I say a little bit, I literally mean one flower, or yeah, half the paint palette. It really did take a long time. It was probably a work in progress for about 3 weeks, and I was so happy with you know, how it turned out. So this one, I think, was one of the pages that I really wanted to finish in this Easter section. Oh, spring. If I can do another one, that would be really great. I'm not sure which one it would be, because I think it might be a little bit ambitious of me trying to do a double page spread. We'll see. Maybe this one. But this was really the Easter page. There are a couple more where the Easter eggs are featured, like this one. But yeah, I'd really like to do another one. I can already tell it's going to be one of my most coloured books. I absolutely love it. So yeah, oh, and in terms of the background or the grass, really easy. I just did some strokes of pencil and then used a Derwent blender. So it wasn't pastel or anything, but I quite like the effect it gave because it's sort of scribbly, like grass is meant to be. So yeah, that's that one. And embellishments was just white gel pen. I'm trying to keep this fairly realistic looking, so I'm not using glitter, but I really love using white gel pen accents. So yeah, that's that one. And my final page is from Meine Reise durch Europa by Rita Berman. I did manage to complete my WIP in this book. Unfortunately, I didn't get a postcard done from Clara Markova, but I was really happy to finish this one. I actually finished it today, which is why I thought, seeing as I have the time, it would be good to do the video now. I wasn't expecting to get this one done, but actually it didn't take that long once I got started with it. So yeah, it was this one. This was on my Colouring Quandaries series. I'm thinking as well of including possibly a few more books in that series. It depends. Definitely the World Master Ruri book. But yeah, this was the colour palette that I initially came up with for both pages. I haven't done this one yet, as you can see, but the overall colour palette. And yeah, I think I stuck pretty close to that. So it was really good to do that video just to get a sense of what I wanted the page to look like. But lots of these pinks and purples I've used in the flowers. The greens are pretty similar. The only thing I didn't use much of was the blue, but that's mainly for this page anyway. And yeah, the pink I ended up using for the background as well. So lots of it was exactly how I imagined it, which was really good. So yeah, if you're interested in seeing that video, I basically explain how I pick the colour palette and how I start a new page and my thought process. It's helpful for me to go back on and it's fun to do. So yeah, this one was Black Widows and Luminance pencils as usual. I've done quite a few in this book now. I think this is my 7th page, and this was meant to be for Valentine's Day. I did start it in February. It was just taking me a long time, and the thing that took ages to begin with was the background. That really did take a long time. But then, yeah, the other day I just started colouring these in. I made them look like elm. I had searched it up and used it as reference, which I explained in my Colouring Quandaries video. And then, yeah, lots of the flowers I did, some with slightly different techniques with fine liner that I don't usually do. So I have included a tutorial in my colouring combinations video for March. Once I'd done all the flowers, the leaves were really easy to just fill in. At one point I was considering just doing pinks and purples, but I decided in the end, well, I'm going to need different pages, different pictures, no, colours, oh my goodness, for this side. So it would have looked, at least for me, slightly strange as a double spread to have just pinks and purples and then loads of other colours here. So I decided to keep it the same, and I'm really happy I did, actually. I'm so pleased with it. So I tend to like the wreath and heart style pictures. So there are a couple more in here, I think. But I've done quite a few of them with the autumn wreath. So we'll see. I'm not sure which one will be my next picture after this one. I tend to do them in double spreads just so that I keep them cohesive. But yeah, embellishments as well, same as usual: white gel pen, gold jelly roll metallic, my Stardust glitter paint on a couple of these dots, and also a jelly roll clear glaze. My favourite thing about this page, I think, is this flower. Really like the middle of the flower, and that was shown in my tutorial how I did that. One tip, well, not really tip, but something I did differently with this page was I did one colour around the whole heart. So I did all of the red and then all of the pink, all of the purple, all of the blue, all of the green, instead of working from one area and going round. Sometimes that works for me. That's what I did for the autumn wreath. But in this case, where it wasn't actually too complicated, I decided to just do that, and it made it a whole lot easier, actually. So yeah, that's that completed picture, and I'm really thrilled with it. And so yeah, 7 pages done, which is really good for me. So yeah, thrilled to have that whip done as well. So they're all my completed pages. I'm just going to set the books aside and share with you what I hope to colour in April. Okay, so largely the pictures that I want to colour in April are going to be the same as March. So I won't go into too much detail about all of them, just because I did mention them in my what's in my colouring bag for March. But some of them are new and some of them have stayed exactly the same. I haven't managed to get round to doing any more of my long-term whips, which you're probably very familiar with by now. So my polar bear will probably be at a standstill for a while, just because I'm focusing on Easter pages, and I know April, although it's the Easter holidays for 2 weeks of it, I'm going to be very busy because I have exams after the Easter holidays, my end of year exams, which are the like mock A levels, because the A levels are next year. So yeah, but they count quite a bit towards UCAS, towards kind of predicted grades, so they're really important. So yeah, I probably won't have much time to colour, but I'm sure I'll have a few more pictures than usual because it is these holidays. So yeah, they're my 2 whips, long-term whips, which you, as I said, are probably used to seeing by now. Then, as I already mentioned, I'm hoping to do the posing page to my heart. So I say more about this in my Colouring Quandaries video, you know, the sort of colour palette I'm hoping to go for this picture. I'm going to do some research on houses in Paris. In fact, I think I already did, but I know I want the cats to be a blackish grey. The flowers and everything are going to be the same. Haven't worked out what I'm going to do with the curtain yet, but hopefully it will all come to me whilst I'm doing it. I think I'll probably start with the obvious things that I know, because I've already coloured them like this on the heart, but I'm glad I started with the heart because it gives me a basis for the colour palette. So I may need to add a few more colours, but I've got the colour palette in mind. And then if I finish that, it would be great to do just a simple page, maybe something like this, something spring-like, something that will maybe not, yeah, I was going to say maybe not the London section because that's all rain. Not all rain. I mean, they're all gorgeous pictures, but yeah, I really do like the canal one. It depends, something spring-like, if I even manage to finish the cats. I'm not sure if I will manage to finish that, but it'll definitely be a whip because I'm hoping to do as many pictures in here as possible. Then I've got the picture that I was hoping to do this month from I Believe in Fairies by Clara Markova, and it's this one. So this one, as I mentioned, is one that I've been wanting to do for a while, also really spring-like, and it doesn't have a fairy in it, which is quite unusual for the pictures, but instead it's got this really cute bird. So I'm looking forward to doing this one, and it should help me use some different colours as well, because I'm not sure what I'm going to do the bird yet, whether I'm going to do it like a chick and do it yellow or make it a blue tit, although it doesn't really look like a blue tit, so I'm not too sure. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to hopefully doing that one, and then that'll be another out of this collection done. And then, as I said, in my Wild Master Yuri's journey sketch, I'd like to do another page. And in the end, out of the spring section, I've picked this one. So I thought, again, this is really spring-like, afternoon tea sort of vibes. So I'm really looking forward to hopefully doing this. But this is kind of a maybe page. There are other pages that I have as priorities, which I will show. So if I don't get around to this one, it's fine. I will either hopefully do it in May, or I'll move on to a summer picture afterwards. But I've loved working in this book, so it'd be nice to do another picture out of it. Then I have my 3 priority pages for April. So the first one is Symphony of Cute Animals by Kaneko Yusa. This is going to be a buddy colour with Effie. I did share this in March. And this is a Peter Rabbit inspired page, or at least that's how I view it. So I'm definitely going to make it look like that, look up some Beatrix Potter references. I'm not sure if Effie has started hers already, but I know she's just coloured a picture by Kaneko Yusa, and it looks gorgeous. So yeah, very much looking forward to hopefully doing this in April. We did say up until April, so this is definitely, sorry, up until Easter is kind of the, you know, not formal deadline, but kind of the rough date we were giving ourselves. So I definitely need to get along with this one, but it'd be nice to get it done before Easter anyway, because you know it's quite an Eastery spring page. So there's that one. And then I have a buddy colour with Michelle in Circle of Life, which I'm hoping to get done by the end of April, so it gives me a little bit longer. And it is a summer safari page, which is absolutely gorgeous. And as I said in my previous video, this will be really good for me to use some more warm tones and, you know, colour the realistic animals. I just think it's going to be so gorgeous when it's done, and quite a different colour palette from what I've already done in this book, sorry. So yeah, that is that one. I haven't seen a flip through of her new book yet, but I am waiting on that because usually I don't colour mandalas, so it'll be interesting to see what it's like and if it will be something that I'm interested in. But yeah, it's just gorgeous. So I'm looking forward to doing that picture hopefully in April. That's another priority page. And then my final one, which I would really like to do, is from Eri's book. This is the Beyond the World fairy tale colouring, and this was a maybe page in March. Clearly I didn't get it done, so we are definitely full swing Easter pictures, so I would really like to get this one done before Easter. That would be fab. So it's this one that I picked. This is the Easter chick picture, which I believe does have some correlation to Jack and the Beanstalk. I think it might be the hen's chicks, but to me it's Easter page because of the Easter eggs. So my plan for this, as I think I mentioned, was to just do a yellow background or something like that, really simple with pencil or pastel, and then use my paints a lot, so my metallic paints and my shiny paints, to fill in some of the gaps like I did with my Snow Queen. So it shouldn't take too long, really, and it'll be a lot of fun to do because of all of the shiny elements. So I'm looking forward to hopefully doing that. The only thing is, if I do a yellow background, I'll want the chicks to be yellow, so that won't work. Maybe a pink background. Yeah, maybe a pink or a green. Something like that. I'll figure something out. But yeah, that'll be really fun to do. That's such a sweet page. And then the two I have that are maybe pages, which I probably won't get to, but it'd be fun to do, from Mein Frühling Spaziergang by Rita Berman. I always like to pick another Rita Berman page as well as Mein Reise durch Europa, because I do still want to work in her other books as well as that one if I can. So this page was one I was hoping to do last month. Really simple page, as I said. Once I've done the background, it probably wouldn't take that long, and it would give me the opportunity to do hopefully a more unusual colour palette, and it's slightly different from her style. It's quite fine line art, which I really like, and I haven't worked in this book yet. And I said when I got the other seasons books, I really wanted to do one in each of the books every 3 months. Didn't get around to doing one in the winter book, but I did do a winter page in Die Welt unter der Lupe Zealandais, so I'm happy about that. But yeah, I'd really like to finally get around to doing a picture in this one, so hopefully that as a maybe. And then also I've got the Doming's colouring postcards, well, the book that I turned into postcards, and the one I picked was the Peter Pan one, which isn't really spring-like. I just really like this picture. Haven't done one in here since my Alice in Wonderland one, which I did ages ago, and this was one of the things I wanted to focus on. So it may not be this one, but I mean, I'm probably not going to get around to this anyway, but I'm just putting it out there because I would like to do another page at some point out of this. So that's everything that I have to share with you. I hope you enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching, and again, I would really appreciate the feedback. Let me know if this suited you, you know, having both things in one video. It does make for a slightly longer video, which is fun to film, and also, but it does save me time, so I don't have to worry about uploading 2 separate videos. And hopefully it means that in replacement of the What's on My Colouring Bag video, I can get a different video out. My schedule will probably be slightly reduced over the next couple of months, but I'm still hoping to get a video up at least once a week, so I'll keep you updated on that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you all on my next video. Take care, everyone. Bye.